Listen, writing's a competitive business. There was a survey done recently in which to write a novel replaced to have an extramarital affair as the most cited ambition of respondents over the age of 50. Just pause a moment while that sinks in. More folk over the age of 50 would like to write a novel than get laid. That's competition. Perhaps the reason why writing's so competitive is that it's pretty easy to get started. These days, it's not too hard to make a simple video such as this one, but imagine trying to make your own feature film. Even a low-budget independent movie's likely to cost over $1 million. Conversely, to start writing, all you need is a pen and paper or something to type on. But there are some other things that might help. Here goes. First off, reference books, including a really good dictionary. I like this one, and as you can see, I've read it so much that it's falling apart. A thesaurus might also be useful, as long as you don't use it too much. And don't forget a style guide. Elements of Style by Strunk and White, still one of the best. You might also want a guide to punctuation. I like Karen Elizabeth Gordon's The New Well-Tempered Sentence, but there's quite a few good ones on the market. Fowler's Modern English Usage, essential reading for when you want to be told in a schoolmastery voice what a subliterate moron you are. And the last one's maybe a wee bit surprising. I don't know if you've ever noticed that these days the only people who actually understand grammar are folk who studied foreign languages. I never studied grammar at school, and I've always been terrible at it. The thing that's helped me most was a couple of years ago, I spent a summer working through a textbook that's designed for people who are going to teach English as a foreign language. I found that really useful. What else do you need? You need a place to work. Writers are notoriously cranky about where they can and cannot work. Marcel Proust wrote À la recherche du temps perdu in a windowless room lined with cork. Friedrich Schiller liked to have the smell of rotting apples concealed beneath the lid of his desk. John Cheever favoured writing in his underwear. Whatever works for you. Of course, the place you choose to write needn't be at home. J.K. Rowling started writing the Harry Potter books in a coffee house in Edinburgh. But if you do write in a coffee house, it's important that nobody disturbs you. So I recommend that you avoid washing for a week, twitch a bit and swear under your breath. In fact, wherever you do your writing, it's important that nobody disturbs you. At home, lock yourself in your writing room, put a do not disturb sign on the door and tell your partner, your kids, your flatmates, whoever, that you promise you will make dinner at 7, but until then, please, pretty please, with a cherry on top, leave me alone unless the house is on fire. If they respect you, they'll understand. Conversely, writers can have too much solitude. The Nobel Prize-winning South African novelist Nadine Gordimer has described the solitude of writing as quite frightening. It's close sometimes to madness, she says. One disappears completely and loses touch. At some point, you'll probably find it useful to get the support and critical feedback that can be offered by a good writers group. It could be with your peers at school or university, or a writers group in your neighbourhood, or perhaps one online. Of course, writers groups range from the inspiringly brilliant to the pencils up noses bonkers, but it is worth finding a good one. You can't rely on your partner or your best friend or a relative to give you feedback. Those are the people that you turn to for validation and support. They've got to tell you your writing's brilliant. At some point, you need to expose your work to people who don't especially like you. That's it. Thanks for watching and good luck with your writing.